What's up, YouTube? This is Uncle Zach, and yes, I'm back. Today's review is over 9 transitional fragrances. Stay tuned. Okay, welcome back. Sorry for my absence. Again, I had some things going on personally, not health related. I'm good there, but my mother was gravely ill. She got E. coli, and she also got COVID within the same week. All right. Then on top of that, our family pet, Sparkle, our beagle, she passed away. She was really sick and she passed away. We had to bury her. Very emotional, but life moves on. So that out of the way, again, apologize to you guys that expect me to upload every day. That's not going to happen. I'm going to tell you right now, but do it when I can. So the first fragrance on this list, now mind you, these fragrances are transitional. So that means these are fragrances that are going to be in between the seasons. So it's late summer, early fall. It's cooling off, but it's not cold yet. So that's what these are for. Now, the first one is Detour Noir. Now, you see this in front of you, Detour Noir. It was a Oriental spicy. Came out in about 2021. Apple, jasmine, lavender, violet. Mid notes, it has vanilla, bergamot, patchouli, mandarin, orange. In the base notes, it has sandalwood, cardamom, gaiac wood, pepper, and geranium. Smells phenomenal. Now, this is the DNA of this. If you guys don't know, it's Parfums de Marly Layton. So if you already have Layton, this probably is not going to be for you. But those of you that are interested in the DNA of Layton, but you don't want to spend Layton money, okay, this is what you go out and buy. This is probably, I think it's probably about 30 bucks. I get a lot of my fragrances from fragrancebuy.ca, by the way. I buy them on my own. And that's going to be the best place to get this one, and a lot of these fragrances. But this one is very inexpensive, smells phenomenal. Again, it's great for this time of year. Cuts through the weather, whether it's a little warm or whether it's a little cool. Compliment getter, all of that, all the above. All right. And so again, if you want to smell like Parfums de Marly Layton, get this. Next up, we have Afnan Turathi Blue. Now, some of you guys already know Afnan is one of my favorite Middle Eastern houses. I have nothing bad to say about any of the fragrances that I've gotten from there. They all have been beast mode, strong. They smell expensive. This one is another one that's inspired by a very, very expensive fragrance, all right? And it smells expensive as well. It's an aromatic aquatic, and it came out in 2021. Again, a lot of these good ones came out during the pandemic. Top notes, citruses. Middle notes are amber and woodsy notes. Base notes, musk, patchouli, and spices. So this one is, I don't want to get into the name of the one it smells like, but just think very expensive. It is a phenomenal fragrance. And whenever I wear this, I get stopped and asked, what are you wearing? And I can't even say it anymore. This is a banger, okay? Now, and I'm not hyping this up. Anybody that knows in the comments, say what you got to say. All right, next up, we have a classic. We have Terre by Hermès. It's a woody, spicy fragrance for men. It was launched in 2006, so it's not a new fragrance, but it's a good one. So it has top notes of orange, grapefruit, middle notes of pepper, pelargonium, and flint, and base notes of vetiver, cedar, patchouli, and benzoin. Now, the main note in this is considered a vetiver fragrance. All right. Now it cuts through the cool weather as well, and it also, you can still wear it in late summer. This is won awards. Okay, This is a top-notch fragrance. If you're a collector, this is definitely one that you need to have in your collection. If you want to have some of the greats, this is one of them. All right, next up, and I know I'm going through these fast, but I have to because some of you guys are impatient. This is one of my favorites, okay? Acqua Essenziale Blu by Salvatore Ferragamo. It's an Oriental Fougere. It was launched in 2014. And this is another one by the master, my favorite perfumer, Alberto Marias. Just get everything that he's been the perfumer on, trust me. All right, now the top notes are lemon, Calabrian bergamot, cardamom. Mid notes you have lavender, cypriol oil, nogarmata, Atlas cedar, tonka bean. In the base you have tonka bean, ambroxan, benzoin, and patchouli. So this is one of those blue fragrances, right? Basically good in any situation. Competes with your Sauvages and things like that. It doesn't smell like Sauvage, but it's a blue fragrance. Now, this is so good. I mean, when I tell you it's good, it's really good. Like, this is one of those, and I haven't done a video on it yet, but I'm going to do it. This is one of those, like, if you have one bottle, this is all you need type of fragrance. All right, it's that good. And it has a couple, the pillar, and then it has a cologne version for the hotter weather. But this is, I have the whole collection, but this is the best one. This is the most versatile one. That's what this one is. It's versatile. I would tell everyone that's going to get a fragrance or any fragrance to get a bottle of this. All right. Next up, we have the infamous Prada L'Homme. All right. Now, this is an Irish fragrance. If you guys didn't know, it's a fresher Irish fragrance. It's considered a woody chypre, and it was launched in 2016. The nose is Daniela Andrea. And the top notes are neroli, black pepper, cardamom, carrot seeds. In the mid, you have iris, violet, geranium, and mate. And base notes, you have amber, cedar, sandalwood, and patchouli. It's a very fresh fragrance, but it's not aquatic or anything, but it has that iris note, right? So you guys that know what iris smells like, but it's not heavy. It's not like Detour Noir or anything. It's like really, really, really light. Like, I don't know if any of you guys have the Detour Noir but that's discontinued. But that one is in the ballpark of that. It's like a lighter iris fragrance. I mean, this drives my wife crazy. You hear me? Like, I don't know what it is about this fragrance, but women just seem to like it. I mean, I don't know if it's the iris or what, but something about this particular fragrance is a winner with women. And so you guys that are always looking for compliments from women and all that kind of stuff, this is for you. Now, next up, I'm going to get into the stuff that's a little bit more mature, all right? So this is my kind of stuff. Now I wear all these other ones, but this is the kind of stuff that I like, all right? So, but Hugo Boss #1. Now, this needs no introduction to some of my more mature guys. You already know about this. This is from the 80s, all right? Now, of course, this is a newer bottle, so it doesn't smell like the one from the 80s. However, it still has that DNA. It smells very masculine. It's an aromatic fougere, of course, and it was launched in '85. The nose behind it is Pierre Guigné, and the top notes are Artemisia, juniper, bergamot, lemon, green apple, caraway, basil, grapefruit. Mid notes you have honey, lavender, rose, jasmine, sage, geranium, lily of the valley, and orris root. And in base you have tobacco, oak moss, patchouli, sandalwood, musk, amber, cinnamon, and cedar. So of course, these old school fragrances, they have so many notes that it takes a year to even read them off now. But what you get with this is your typical 80s type of fragrance, but it's classy. It just smells like, I run a company. I run a company, people work for me, I have money, I make stuff happen. You know what I'm saying? That's what this is. This is a boss fragrance. It's named boss for a reason. #1, get that. All right. Next up, and again, I'm on the more mature stuff, so you young guys pay attention. This is one of more recent pickups. Not recent in yesterday, but I've had it for a little while. But this is Mousse Illuminee by Rogue Perfumery. Now, you guys don't know about that house. It's an indie house that the perfumer, he basically, Manuel Cross, has made a slew of old school fragrances with oak moss, real oak moss. And when I tell you, these stuff will knock your socks off, it really will. This was from 2018, again, by Manuel Cross. It smells like a forest, right? Like you're in a forest, bright silver. The notes is tree moss, frankincense, green cypress, artemisia, laurel leaves, cedar, white floral notes, and white musk. And this just jumps out, man, like it's a beast. Again, it smells like you're in a forest. It's really hard to describe, but this is one you have to smell it to know what I'm talking about. But you guys that love, aromatic fougères, chypres of old, this is the type of fragrance that you will go out and get. All right, next up, and I'm going kind of fast, so bear with me. The next up is one I reviewed before. This one is for probably your cooler nights and your cooler, early fall type of situations. This is Sultan Vetiver by Nashane. Now, again, this is one of the more expensive ones as well. It's an oriental woody fragrance. It's a vetiver fragrance, of course, hence the name. Came out in 2013. The nose behind this is Jorge Lee. Top notes are Java vetiver oil, anise, bergamot, pepper. Mid notes you have bourbon vetiver, Haitian vetiver, neroli, tonka bean, and base notes you have vetiver, leather, and amber. Now, so this is one that you can definitely wear in the winter. Okay, the vetiver in this is strong. So you hear all of those vetiver notes. Like, it is a nice, bulky vetiver, all right? So if you're a vetiver lover, this is definitely one that you need to own. If you've never owned it, you need to just save up the money and get it. It's up there in price, I know, but this is basically for vetiver lovers only, all right? It's a niche fragrance, so it's extrait de parfum concentration, so this is pretty strong. It's worth the money, all right? It's not one of those where you just say, oh, I wouldn't pay that amount. No, this is worth the money, trust me. All right, next up, last but not least, I got something kind of like, this is one, I call it a wild card because it's men can wear this and women can as well. I love it. It's Mercedes-Benz Black by Mercedes-Benz. Now, this one is really kind of hard to find sometimes. It's launched in 2017. His perfumer on this is Olivier Cresp, very well-known perfumer. The top note is bergamot. Middle notes you have incense and jasmine. In the base you have vanilla, benzoin, woodsy notes, and ambroxan. Now, that being said, what this smells like, it smells like someone is baking a cake, almost. It's something in the sense where they're baking a cake, but it's a masculine cake. I mean, this is probably one of the only vanillas that I would consider a masculine vanilla. But man, when I tell you, this is another one that is going to get you female attention. And they're not only going to look at you, but they're going to be trying to ask you where you got it so they can wear it for themselves. Now, again, this is not, in my opinion, is not a feminine fragrance, okay? Some guys just don't want to smell like this. But I'm telling you, for you guys that are looking for, you attract more bees with honey. I'll just put it that way. This is a banger. All right, so real quick, that was 9 transitional fragrances, what I call summer bangers part 2, because I know I was very late on it, but I had a lot going on, but I wanted to make sure I squeezed this video in. Thanks to you for all the new subscribers. Thank you guys for stopping by, and peace.